Hi, my name is Nicolas Fillon. I'm a field application engineer supporting ST microcontrollers. Today, I would like to show you how easy it is to install and use our STM32Cube for Visual Studio Code. So let's get started. We will start by opening STM32CubeMX. So double click on the icon on your desktop. In STM32CubeMX, we're going to create a new project. So we're going to start from a board. We will be using the Nucleo U385. So in the commercial part number, so we are in the board selector, you can type U3 and select this board and start a project. We will not be using the trust zone for this exercise. So without trust zone activated, and then press OK. For the board project options, we will keep like all the options already selected, plus we will also generate a demonstration code. And now you can press OK. This is our pinout and configuration tab. So all the configuration is already done because of the board options. The clock configuration is already configured also properly. Now the important part is going to be done here in this Project Manager tab. In order to create a project for Visual Studio Code, first give a name to your project. So in my case, I'm calling it STM32_VS_code_project. Then give a project location. For this, you want to click on Browse. And then browse to the directory you want to create the project. So in my case, I'm going to create it under Documents. Open. Now, the important part is here. For the toolchain and ID, please select CMake. So this is very important if you want to create a project for Visual Studio Code. Now you can generate your project. For doing this, go here and click on Generate Code. We want to generate the code. So this is just a warning. So normally it's highly recommended, to turn on the iCache, of course. But here, for this exercise, we will just generate the code. So press on yes. And this will generate your project. And now your project is generated, and you can open the folder to see where the project has been generated. So right here. So you see all the directories, all the files being generated for the project we just created. We are now going to open Visual Studio Code. So double click on the icon. Now we're going to install the STM32Cube for Visual Studio Code extension. To do this, you're going to go to the extensions using this icon right here. So in the search menu right here, type STM32Cube. What we are interested in this STM32 for Visual Studio Code extension. So click on it and let's see what we have. So today we have a new version. So in preview, pre-release version. So this has been just released today. So this is the new gen, extension. We still see the older one, so the version 2 that is listed here. So to install the version 3, so the new versions, what you want to do so far, as of today, let's say. In the future, of course, if you see a version 3, you can directly install it. But for now, you're going to go here and click on Install Pre-release version. The installation of the extension can take several minutes, depending on the speed of your connection. Our STM32Cube for Visual Studio Code extension has been installed properly. We are in Visual Studio Code and we have our STM32Cube extension installed. I am now going to open the project we created under STM32CubeMX. So to do this, you're going to go to File, Open Folder, and then point to the folder where you created your project. So in my case, in Documents, and STM32 VS Code project. Then select folder. Once you have opened the project, as you can see, there is some notifications here. So this one The first about CMake you can disregard, so you can close this. And for this one, so very important, you need to click yes. This will configure the CMake project as a STM32 project. Now your STM32 project is configured. So we can now build it. So you can go here, right there, and click build. So now the project is built. So as you can see information about the size of your project, for the flash usage, the RAM usage. So we have 2 different RAMs in this device. And the build is complete. The build has been completed without errors. So at this point, we can enter a debug session. I'm going to plug my Nucleo board. Go to this section, so run and debug. So what is interesting here is that it detected a ST-Link v3, which is the ST-Link on the Nucleo board I'm using, and we're going to proceed to a firmware upgrade. So to do this, you're going to go to update, so like this, and this is going to upgrade the firmware of the ST-Link on your Nucleo board. Your ST-Link has been updated successfully. We can now enter the run and debug session. So to do this, you're going to go here and then press run and debug. And now you have to make a selection. So it's very important. So you have to select the STM32Cube ST-Link GDB server and press. We are now in a debug session. So this is your debug console right here. So about information about your debug session. This is the breakpoints at the beginning in your main.c, in your main function. So this is the first instructions to be executed. And basically, so from here, we can execute the code. So let's do this. You're going to go here and press continue or F5. Now on your board, you can play with it, and make sure that the code executes. So I'm pressing the user button and I can see the LED that blinks as expected. So the code runs perfectly fine, and you can restart right here, execute again, you can stop the execution. You can also do step over, step into, step out, so your typical debug session. As you can see, it's very easy to create a STM32 project for Visual Studio Code, to build it and to debug it. Thank you very much for watching.